Hey guys, Buck from Game Back today, bringing out a video for our weapon conversion series for our Modern Warfare weapons, and we haven't been able to do one of these in a long time, so I'm glad to finally see some new content here for Modern Warfare. And today we're going to be covering the new pistol, the Sykov pistol, and converting it into the Steckin Automatic Pistol, or also known as the APS, Avtomaticheskiy, Pistolet, Stechkina. So let's go ahead and get right into this. This is a select fire to fully automatic pistol that was put into service during the Soviet era in 1951 for tank crews, mortar crews, things like that, before it was eventually replaced by the AKS-74U. So very interesting design, capable of fully automatic fire. Let's go ahead and back out and look at the final design here. This is our APS pistol, or our Steckin Automatic Pistol, named after its designer, Igor Stechkin. So this is the final design. First off, how do you unlock this? Now let's go back out to our multiplayer menu and I'll show you the criteria for this. Or there is also now a bundle available in store where you can purchase this. So let's go ahead and look at, if I go to one of my classes here with a pistol, we'll go down and here's the Sykov pistol. You can see the unlock criteria is get 4 kills while using pistols in 5 different matches. So you need 4 kills in 5 different matches with pistols. I'm assuming, as per usual, you can get those kills and go ahead and back out. And then just go ahead and jump into another game until you unlock this. So this is how it's unlocked. There's also, like I said, in the store, I'll show the bundle quick on screen because I already purchased it, the Sparks bundle. You get a very similar build to what we're going to be covering here in the video with some minor differences. And we'll cover that blueprint bundle here in the future. But let's go ahead and jump back to our custom game where we have this pre-built. And we'll go to my APS class here. And here is our Sykov pistol converted to the APS. So let's go ahead and we will strip this down to base. So first off, we're going to skip out on the muzzle attachment for this weapon. There are different variants which we'll cover for another conversion itself, which we will utilize a muzzle. But for this one particularly, we're going to go with the barrel attachment. Now you can see here, there's 3 different options. One being the SSB 105. We have the SSL 308, which is an integrally suppressed barrel for this weapon. And then we have the Syrian 140mm barrel. So this is actually comes out to be the actual length of the barrel in real life, which is 5.51 inches. And you can see the pros and cons here, as well as the description here. Durable stainless steel slide and modified trigger group allow this pistol to fire fully automatic. So our very first fully automatic attachment here in game, and they did this right, not making it a perk, making it an actual attachment lock. You can see pros being the fire rate increase as well as fully automatic. Cons being recoil control and the hip fire accuracy. So let's go ahead and we'll select that barrel attachment. We're going to skip out on the laser, obviously, because for the weapon conversion being a 1950s era pistol, we wouldn't have something like that. We're going to also skip out on the optic. And for the stock, we're going to go with this PP Parabellum stock option here. So there's 2 different ones, a skeleton stock and the wooden stock option. So this is going to give us the pros being the recoil control, aim walking steadiness, and the aiming stability. The cons here are going to be the aim down sight speed as well as the aim walking movement speed. And now you can see the description there. It's going to be the highest available aiming stability and recoil controls. And since we're going fully automatic, this is the attachment we're going to want over the skeleton. So we'll go ahead and do the wood stock option there. Perk, even though it's still broken, because of the ammunition we're going to use, we're going to want sleight of hand for the quick reloads. However, I believe it is still broken, like I said, you'll see in the gameplay, so it doesn't work as intended. However, this would be a good option given the magazine size we're going with. We'll skip out on the rear grip for this conversion. Now for the ammo, we have 2 different options here. We have a 20 round and an 80 round drum magazine. So what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to use the 20 round. However, you can see they're both the same caliber bullet here, being the 9x18 Makarov, not to be confused with the 9x19 Parabellum. However, in real life, this weapon can take both the 9x18 Makarov and the 9x19 Parabellum. So we're going to go with the 20 round magazine. As per real life, is what this weapon was issued with, was a 20 round magazine of the 9x18 Makarov round. It's a Russian pistol round. The pros being the magazine ammo capacity is going to be increased from, I believe, 6 or 7 as the base, up to 20. And then the cons being the aim down sight speed and the movement speed. So we'll go ahead and select the 20 round magazine of the 9x18. And then for the trigger group here, we're going to want, the fire rate increases don't really affect this at all. Because we have it in fully automatic fire, we can't increase the fire rate. So we're going to go with the heavy duty, or the heavyweight double action. So this is going to assist us with the ADS speed and the sprint to fire speed. Con being the fire rate. However, like I said, because we have the fully automatic barrel on here, it does not decrease or increase with any other ones our fire rate. So our fire rate with this weapon, because we're in the full auto barrel attachment, will not be affected. So we'll go ahead and select that. And this is our final design for the pistol itself. And this is, again, is the APS pistol, the Steckin Automatic Pistol, or the Автоматический Pistolet Stechkina. So very interesting design here. Some things to point out before we jump into the gameplay. And really quick, let's take a look at what I will do is we'll go down to here and I'll show you the blueprint that comes with this weapon. So you can see here how these two compare. They're actually very similar attachment-wise. So there is our blueprint. And if we look at this one, comes with a Sparks bundle, which I said I would cover at a later video. But you can see basically the same attachments, right? We swapped out the perk for the optic there. And other than that, it's basically the same weapon. So you can see the differences are just cosmetic. It's the same weapon with the same attachments, essentially. And then for customization, camouflages, I don't have any unlocked yet. So unfortunately, we can't see what those look like at this time. So some interesting things here. Again, the magazine being 20 rounds, it's protruding a little bit further than it would in real life from the bottom of the mag well there. Usually it wouldn't be that noticeable. It wouldn't hang that much lower than the actual pistol grip itself. We have the select fire option there right in front of the hammer there. So if I follow my pistol grip up where it says 1877K there, right above there we have the select fire option for full auto as well as select fire to single fire. However, with this weapon, with the full auto barrel, we cannot select fire to my knowledge. And then we obviously have our hammer and our release there on the left-hand side of the pistol. Nothing on the right-hand side of the pistol. It's not ambidextrous or anything like that because it is a 1950s era pistol. It was put into service in 1951. Now, some other things to notice here is how this stock actually clips in. So what I'll do is just take this off really quickly so we can examine it. And you can see there, right behind the magazine, there's that little groove in there, as well as what you can see here on the back of the pistol, that little groove that would slide in. So what that wooden stock or the skeleton stock will do is kind of slide down through that groove on the rear of the pistol grip and kind of latch into the bottom there right behind the magazine in what's called a T-slot. So we'll go ahead and you can see they both, I believe they would both connect the same way. You can see there how this is hooked on a little bit clearer. You can see it with a skeleton because we don't have the wood in the way. And you can see how that hooks on there to the rear pistol grip and hooks up and under. So we'll go ahead and do the wooden stock again. That's going to connect the same exact way you just saw. However, we just have the wood here, so you can't really see it. Also, an interesting thing is you can see this hollowed out area here at the back of the buttstock here that's hollowed out. Basically, your pistol you could disconnect it from the wooden stock and store your pistol right in there. So a pretty cool design for this for carrying purposes. And then if you were to need it, obviously this is going to extend the length of the weapon. So if you end up needing to pull this thing out, you would take it out of the wooden stock and you could just set it up that way. It allows it to be more compact and carried around more easily, and then when you need to use it for actual combat purposes, you could just take it out. But it's stored right in there. Pretty interesting design overall. So this is our, like I said, our Steckin Automatic Pistol, or the APS, designed or named after its designer, Igor Stechkin. So you can also notice that Soviet star there on the pistol grip is a nice design, and we have some text there being what looks like 1877K, and the AN 1877K also on the receiver there as well. So that is our APS. Let's go ahead now and we'll jump into the gameplay utilizing this pistol. And first off, you'll see the recoil control when we jump in here. I'll test this on the wall. It's going to go up and to the right. Now, one thing I tested out pretty thoroughly, and I'll try and throw some gameplay in here when I go back and edit this, is I did test out the drum magazines with the 80-round drum mags and akimbo. You do have akimbo options for the perks for this. However, you have to forfeit your stock option. I do not believe you can run the you cannot run the akimbos with the stock option. So it will remove your stock capability from this weapon and will kind of make these things almost impossible to control unless you're right in somebody's face. I was running akimbos with these with the 80-round drum mags, and they kick extremely heavily up and to the right. Very, very hard to control, like I said, unless you're in somebody's face. And it has a pretty wide bullet spread, too. So I don't really foresee this being too big of an issue in Warzone. However, I could be wrong. Personally, I was having a lot of difficulty controlling these things on fully automatic, utilizing the akimbo. But to the build we have here, you notice it goes up and to the right slightly. All you got to do is pull down and to the left a little bit, and you can control this. The spread there, you can see me utilizing uncontrolling, just letting the thing rip, so we can see the spread. Then I'll control it, and then I would have also done the hip fire spread to show you how it is uncontrolled, and then just try and control the hip fire so we don't have that muzzle climb as well. So again, you don't want to use this thing at range. However, you will see me in the gameplay testing out the range for this. You can get people at a decent amount of distance, maybe 30 meters. Other than that, I definitely wouldn't try it. And at that point, you're mag dumping also. So 30 meters, you're better off using something else. This is really meant to be more of a very, very close quarters engagement weapon. And you can hip fire in somebody's face. And we don't really have hip fire attachments on at this point. But into some real life information regarding this pistol. Like I said, the designer, Igor Stechkin, is what it's named after, and it fires both 9x18 Makarov, which we see here in the game, as well as 9x19 Parabellum. And it was introduced and put into service in 1951 for use with artillery, mortar, tank crews, things like that, where they needed something short and compact. And eventually down the road, this was replaced by the AKS-74U. And the reason the APS filled that role to begin with is because it was shorter and more compact than at the time when this was introduced in 1951. We had the AK-47, as well as then later replaced by the AKM. And then when we had the AK-74 variations, the AK-74U replaced the APS in 1981. So this weapon is a machine pistol with select fire, 2 single fire as well. Place of origin is the Soviet Union. It's been in service since 1951 through present. It's seen service in wars such as the Vietnam War, Soviet-Afghan War, War in Afghanistan, Syrian Civil War, etc. The designer being Igor Stechkin. Design period took place in 1948. There was a couple different improvements after trials, which added a lot of heavy inspirations from the Makarov pistol, such as the silhouette, the adjustable sight post, etc., to engage out to 200 meters. And this was produced after it was put into service as the APS in 1951 through 1958, and later on came back around as the APB from 1972 to 1973, and the APB being a silent variant, which I will cover that here on the channel as well in the next coming days. The mass for the APS overall is 1.22 kilograms or 2.69 pounds. The length is going to be 225 millimeters or 8.86 inches. And the barrel length is going to be 140 millimeters, which is 5.51 inches, which we see that exact length in the game, which is a nice to see them actually hit the accurate barrel length. Sometimes they're a few inches under or over, so it was good that we actually got the exact barrel length here in game. Now the cartridge, as I said, fires a 9x18 Makarov cartridge, which is the Russian pistol round, which we see here in the game, and it also is capable in real life of firing the 9x19 Parabellum, which is also kind of what the MP5 and some of the other pistols in the game firing the other submachine guns. It's just a more American-used pistol cartridge. We also see that fired on a variety of submachine guns, though, nowadays. Now, the action is a blowback system. The rate of fire in real life is 750 rounds per minute. And I believe in-game, I think J-God made a post, so I would go check him out for the actual stats for the weapon. The rate of fire in the game is going to be 800 rounds per minute. The muzzle velocity here in real life is going to be 340 meters per second with the 9x18 Makarov pistol round. The maximum firing range is going to be 200 meters, and the feed system being a 20-round detachable box magazine. However, later there was that 80-round drum magazine, which was produced and is a real option for this weapon as well. So those are the statistics here for this weapon. As I said, heavily inspired by the Makarov pistol, the silhouette, adjustable sight post, things like that. It went through a couple different trials after there was a few redesigns, and then it was formally adopted in 1951. And after it started becoming out of service, it was really heavily adopted by the Spetsnaz and different FSB units because of its short, compact design, and it was more effective in those close quarters environments versus the single-fire Makarov pistol. You could just have something like this that is capable of going fully automatic in those close quarters, and you don't have to rely on something that's only a single fire. So it was definitely beloved by Spetsnaz and FSB at the time. And then in 1981, it was replaced by the AKS-74U, which fires that larger assault rifle round, being the .45 by 39 millimeter. Same as the AK-74. So that is a compact assault rifle being the AK-74U, which is why it filled that role a little bit better than the APS pistol did. So let me know down below what you guys think of this pistol overall. Are you excited that they finally added this into the game? Hopefully it's here to stay and they don't remove it. I know it came a little bit last week. I did, in fact, buy the bundle, so we'll have to see. It seems like it's here to stay. At the time of recording this, I'm not sure if unlocking or leveling up the pistol is working still. I know there was some people reporting issues with that. I'm hoping that they fixed it by now, which I'm assuming they hopefully did. But let me know down below, have you purchased the bundle? Have you unlocked this? Yeah, I still have to work on the unlock criteria for this. But I'm really excited to unlock this, and this will be a good option for Warzone specifically, I think, to just use a single with an 80-round drum maybe would be very good for close quarters. However, dual wielding these things does not seem very viable in my opinion. I know J Guy put out some stats, and I think with the dual 80-round magazines, dual akimbos, it's about a 250 millisecond TTK in Modern Warfare. I'm not sure if that is including Warzone time to kill or not. So it's very fast. However, like I said, the downside is the recoil is extremely heavy because running akimbo, you cannot utilize the stock option on this weapon. So let me know down below what you guys think. If you guys enjoy the content and the channel, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Again, helps me out, helps out a small channel like myself try and grow and continue to grow here as we move into hopefully some more Modern Warfare content and into the Battlefield scene and then eventually Modern Warfare 2. So I appreciate all the support here on the channel. I have all my social media links down below, that being Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Tonight's live stream, by the way, will take place over on Twitch, so we'll be doing more live streams over there versus here on YouTube, so go ahead and check that out. The link is down below in the description. Let me know down below what you guys think of this pistol. What do you think of the APS conversion using the fully automatic? Did they do a good job of balancing this? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the Steckin Automatic Pistol, the APS, Avtomaticheskiy, Pistolet, Stechkina. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out.